Do you ever catch yourself hesitating before climbing a flight of stairs, or feel a sudden stab of anxiety when lifting a heavy grocery bag? It's that creeping realization that the easy strength you once took for granted is slipping away. So you fight back. You start a push-up routine, and for 30 days it feels great. Then, suddenly, progress stops. Your joints ache, your energy dips, and that terrifying insecurity, the fear of losing your independence, starts whispering again. But what if the very way you're training, pushing harder and harder, is the exact reason you're failing? In this video, we're uncovering the physiological reason why standard exercise routines plateau after a month, especially as we age, and how we can use training principles refined by ancient soldiers to rebuild resilient strength without the burnout. The frustration you're feeling isn't a sign of your age, it's biology. Your body is incredibly efficient. When you introduce a new stress, like doing 10 push-ups every morning, your body immediately starts adapting. For the first month, your gains are rapid. This isn't just muscle growth, it's primarily your central nervous system learning how to fire your muscles more effectively. But once your body deems itself capable of handling that specific stress, it stops adapting. This is known as the SAID principle, specific adaptation to imposed demands. You asked your body to handle 10 push-ups, it figured it out, and now it sees no reason to expend more energy getting stronger. You've hit the plateau. When the plateau hits, our modern instinct is to grind, to train until our arms shake and we collapse. This is called training to failure, and it is perhaps the most dangerous strategy for building sustainable strength, especially over 60. Training to failure dramatically increases inflammation, overstresses your joints, and exhausts your central nervous system. It requires long recovery periods that our bodies may struggle to meet. Pushing through pain isn't the answer, it's the problem. It makes exercise feel like a punishment, leading inevitably to injury or quitting, which only confirms those fears about physical decline. So, how do we break through the plateau without breaking ourselves? We need to look back before gyms existed. Think about ancient Roman soldiers or Spartan warriors. These were people who needed immense practical strength for survival. They couldn't afford to train to failure because they needed to be ready to fight tomorrow. Their secret wasn't intensity. It was a combination of frequency and variation. They treated strength not as a brutal event, but as a skill they practiced constantly in different ways. The first principle is frequency over intensity, often modernized as greasing the groove. Instead of destroying your muscles once and resting for 3 days, you perform the exercise frequently throughout the day, staying very far away from failure. Here's how it works. Let's say your maximum is 10 incline push-ups against a kitchen counter. Instead of doing 3 sets of 10 and burning out, you're going to do 5 or 6 sets of only 4 or 5 reps spread throughout the day. Maybe you do 5 when you wake up, 5 before lunch, 5 while dinner is cooking. Each set should feel easy. You should finish feeling energized, not exhausted. You are accumulating high volume with low stress, teaching your nervous system that the movement is safe and efficient. The second ancient principle is variation. The body stops adapting when the stimulus is always the same. Ancient soldiers didn't just do push-ups. They chopped wood, carried uneven loads, and wrestled. The Pahalwani wrestlers of ancient Persia understood this intuitively. They used a tool called a sheno, a push-up board, which allowed them to train their pressing strength from multiple angles and depths. We must do the same. Once you're comfortable with your incline push-ups, you must change the stimulus. Try moving your hands an inch wider one day and an inch narrower the next. Try slowing down the movement significantly for a few days. This subtle variation prevents the SAID principle from kicking in. It keeps your body guessing and adapting, and critically, it prevents the overuse injuries that come from hammering the same joint pattern day after day. By combining high frequency with subtle variation, you create sustainable strength that protects your joints and rebuilds your confidence. It's the realization that strength isn't about how much pain you can tolerate, it's about how consistently and intelligently you can practice the skill. If this approach takes the pressure off and gives you a new perspective on building strength safely, please hit the like button so we know to create more content focusing on these practical, historically backed methods. And I want to hear from you. What is the one physical activity you used to love that you're currently struggling to return to? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss the solutions.